A piece of clear tape can only be pulled off and stuck to a new wall so many times before it completely loses its stick. The first time you stick it down, it holds incredibly tight. It is practically impossible to rip off without leaving a heavy mark. But if you peel it off and stick it to 20 different walls, it gathers dust. It gathers dirt. Eventually, it completely loses its grip and just falls onto the floor, totally unable to hold on to anything ever again. This is not just a story about tape. This is the exact, uncomfortable truth about human intimacy that modern society is absolutely terrified to tell you. We live in a world that encourages everybody to explore, to test the waters, and to treat physical intimacy like a casual handshake. You are told every single day that a woman's past does not matter. You are told that if you care about her history, you are just deeply insecure, weak, and controlling. That is a dangerous, poisonous lie. Today, we are going to look at the brutal reality of dating a woman who has given her body to dozens of different men. We are going to break down the invisible damage that is left behind, and why trying to build a solid, loyal future with someone who has a massive history is exactly like trying to build a heavy brick house on sinking quicksand. Brothers, if you're watching for the first time, I need a small favor. My ex said I wouldn't even reach 100k subscribers. I need you to help me prove her wrong. Please hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment right now. Let's show her what men can do. When a woman gives herself completely to a man, her brain releases a powerful chemical. It is a biological bonding chemical. It is designed by nature to make her feel deeply attached to that specific man. It makes her fiercely loyal. It makes her want to stay and build a family. But when she breaks that bond over and over again, her brain physically changes. The bonding mechanism gets completely fried. She slowly loses the ability to form a deep, permanent connection. Intimacy becomes incredibly cheap. It becomes a totally numb, meaningless transaction. Let me tell you a real story about a man who swallowed the modern lie and paid the ultimate price. We will call him Arthur. Arthur was a good, honest mechanic who desperately wanted a loyal family. He met a girl named Becca. Becca was fun, but she was very open about her wild past. She bragged that she had slept with dozens of guys in her 20s. Arthur wanted to be the nice, modern, understanding guy. He told himself her past did not matter because she was choosing to be with him right now. Arthur bought a nice house. He bought an expensive ring. He tried to build a quiet, peaceful life. But Becca could not handle the quiet peace. Her brain was completely wired for the high-speed thrill of new men. Whenever Arthur tried to be romantic, she felt absolutely nothing. She was completely numb to normal, healthy love. She started picking loud fights just to feel a spark of adrenaline. Then, she started comparing Arthur to the ghosts of her past. She casually mentioned how an old boyfriend made much more money, or how another guy was more exciting. Arthur was completely destroyed from the inside out. He gave her his absolute best, but he was competing against 30 different ghosts living in her mind. One day, Arthur came home from a hard shift and found her packing her bags. She told him he was just too boring and she needed to go find herself. Arthur lost his house and his heart because he tried to stick a worn-out piece of tape to his wall. You cannot love a woman back to her original factory settings. No matter how much money you make, no matter how kind and patient you are, you cannot fix a bonding system that has been completely burned out by dozens of casual mistakes. Now, let us look at a man who saw the exact same situation but used his cold logic instead of his warm emotions. We will call him Desmond. Desmond started talking to a very beautiful woman. On their third date, she casually bragged about her past trips. She talked about going on expensive vacations with multiple different rich men over the last few years. She thought she was proving her high value to him. Desmond did not get angry. He did not judge her out loud or scream at her. But Desmond understood the exact science of the tape. He knew that a woman who treats her body like a public park will never treat his home like a sacred sanctuary. Desmond smoothly paid for the dinner, walked away, and never called her again. He dodged a massive bullet because he knew his own value as a man. He knew he deserved a woman who actually protected her energy. You have to understand the heavy baggage that comes with a high body count. Every single man she was with left a tiny invisible footprint on her mind. You inherit all that unresolved trauma. You inherit all the bad habits and all the toxic comparisons from those past men. She brings a massive, noisy crowd into your quiet living room. We need to look at the ultimate winner in this game. We will call him Harrison. Harrison met a woman who tried to hide her past, but the truth always comes out eventually. When Harrison realized she had a massive history of casual encounters, he did not try to save her or change her deeply broken mind. He sat her down, looked her directly in the eyes, and said he respected himself far too much to be just another number on her long list. He walked away instantly. Harrison suffered a few hard days of loneliness, but he kept his total peace of mind. A year later, he met a woman who actually valued her body and her soul. Because she protected her energy, she was able to bond with Harrison deeply and permanently. They built a beautiful, completely loyal family. Harrison won because he absolutely refused to settle for leftovers. Never let society shame you into lowering your standards. Your boundaries are not insecurities. Your boundaries are your ultimate protection. You work hard for your life. You deserve a woman who can actually appreciate your pure value, not someone entirely numb. I want you to leave your wisdom in the comments below. We all learn from the painful lessons of other men in this brotherhood. Tell me, what is the most obvious, toxic sign you noticed when you tried to date a woman who had too much history with other men? Did she constantly compare you? Did she create heavy drama out of absolutely nowhere? Speak your truth, drop your story down below, and let the younger brothers read your exact experience so they can protect their future.